I need to tell you something that happened to me 3 weeks ago. Something I still can't explain. Something that makes me check my curtains every single night before bed. My name is David. I'm 28. I work from home as a software developer. Normal guy. Rational. I don't believe in ghosts or demons or any of that stuff. At least I didn't. It started on a Tuesday night. I was up late finishing a project. Deadline stress. You know how it is. My apartment is on the 4th floor. Nothing special. Just me and my cat, Pepper. Around 3:15 a.m., I heard it. A sound. Like scratching. Not inside. Outside. On my window. I live on the 4th floor. There's nothing out there. No balcony. No ledge. Just a straight drop to the parking lot below. The scratching continued. Slow. Deliberate. Like fingernails on glass. My heart started pounding. I told myself it was a branch. Maybe a bird. Something logical. But deep down, I knew. Trees don't grow that high near my building. And birds don't scratch like that. I kept my eyes on my laptop screen. Pretended I didn't hear it. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely type. Then Pepper did something she'd never done before. She was sitting on the couch, staring at the window. Her fur was standing straight up. Her ears flat against her head. And she was growling. This low, guttural sound that made my skin crawl. Animals know things we don't. They sense danger before we do. And Pepper was terrified. The scratching stopped. For a moment, I felt relief. Maybe it was over. Maybe I imagined the whole thing. Then I heard it. A voice. Whisper quiet. Right outside my window. David. It knew my name. Whatever was out there knew my name. My blood went cold. I couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Every instinct in my body screamed at me to run, but I was frozen. David. Look at me. The voice was wrong. That's the only way I can describe it. It sounded human but not quite. Like someone doing a bad impression of a person. Too flat. Too empty. I glanced at my phone. 3:17 a.m. I just want to talk to you, David. Open your curtains. My curtains were closed. They'd been closed since sunset. I always keep them closed at night. But somehow, whatever was out there could see in. Or it knew I was there. Pepper jumped off the couch and ran into my bedroom. Smart cat. I should have followed her. I know that now. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. My logical brain was fighting my primal fear. There has to be an explanation, I thought. Maybe it's a prank. Maybe someone rigged up speakers outside. Just one look, David. Then I'll leave. My hand reached for the curtain. I don't know why. I wasn't controlling it. It was like my body moved on its own. I grabbed the fabric. Started to pull it back. Then my phone rang. The sound was so sudden, so loud in the silence, that I jumped back. The spell broke. It was my mom. Calling at 3:17 in the morning. I answered with shaking hands. David? Oh, thank God. I had the worst nightmare about you. Are you okay? I couldn't speak. My throat was dry. I managed to whisper, I'm fine, Mom. Are you sure? You sound terrible. I'm okay. Just working late. We talked for maybe 2 minutes. Normal conversation. She told me about her dream. Something about me in danger. She felt compelled to call. Had to make sure I was safe. When I hung up, the presence was gone. I could feel it. The air in my apartment felt lighter. Normal. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on my couch with every light on until the sun came up. The next morning, I went outside to check. To see if there were any marks on my window. Any evidence. Nothing. The glass was clean. No scratches. No handprints. Nothing. I asked my neighbors if they heard anything strange. They looked at me like I was crazy. Mrs. Chen from 4B said she slept fine. Didn't hear a thing. Mr. Rodriguez from 4C asked if I was feeling alright. Said I looked pale. I dropped it. Didn't want people thinking I was losing my mind. For a week, nothing happened. I started to convince myself it was a stress hallucination. Too much work. Not enough sleep. My brain playing tricks. I researched sleep deprivation. Auditory hallucinations. Hypnagogic states. All of it could be explained by exhaustion and stress. I felt better. More rational. I even laughed about it with my friend Jake over drinks that weekend. "Dude, you need a vacation," he said. "Your brain is fried." He was probably right. I booked a few days off work. Planned to relax. Catch up on sleep. Then exactly 7 days later, at 3:17 a.m., it came back. This time I was in bed. I heard my window open. Not the one in my living room. The one in my bedroom. I don't sleep with my windows open. Ever. Especially not in February. But I heard it. The sound of the latch clicking. The slide of glass on the frame. I didn't open my eyes. I couldn't. I just lay there, pretending to be asleep, my heart hammering so hard I thought it would burst. Footsteps. On my floor. Soft. Barefoot steps on hardwood. They moved closer to my bed. Slow. Patient. I felt it. Someone standing over me. Looking down at me. I could feel eyes on my face. The weight of a gaze so intense it was physical. Then breathing. Right next to my ear. "I know you're awake, David." I kept my eyes shut. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. A hand touched my shoulder. Ice cold. Fingers too long. Too thin. The touch felt wrong. Inhuman. Like something pretending to have hands but not quite getting it right. "Next time, look at me." Then nothing. The presence vanished. When I finally opened my eyes, my window was closed. Locked. Like it had never been opened. But my room was freezing. My breath came out in white clouds. And there, on my nightstand, was a wet footprint. Small puddles leading from my window to my bed. I turned on every light. Grabbed Pepper. We slept in my car that night. In a 24-hour parking garage downtown. I couldn't go back. Not yet. Not alone. The next day, I called a priest. I'm not religious, but I was desperate. Father Michael listened to my story. He didn't laugh. Didn't dismiss me. "Have you invited anything in?" he asked. "What? No. I don't do seances or Ouija boards or anything like that. Have you been to any old places recently? Hospitals? Cemeteries? Abandoned buildings?" I thought about it. The week before the first incident, I'd gone urbex with Jake. We explored an old psychiatric hospital on the outskirts of town. It was creepy but exciting. We took photos. Posted them online. "Maybe," I said. "An old asylum." But we didn't touch anything. Just looked around. Father Michael's expression darkened. "Sometimes looking is enough. Sometimes being present in these places opens a door. And once it's open, things can follow you home. He gave me blessed salt. Told me to line my windowsills. Said prayers of protection. Gave me a small cross to keep by my bed. I did everything he said. I felt ridiculous, but I was willing to try anything. That night, I went back to my apartment. Spread the salt. Hung the cross. Said the prayers even though I stumbled over the words. I felt safer. Maybe it was just psychological, but I managed to sleep. Until 3:17 a.m. I woke to the sound of hissing. The salt on my windowsill was smoking. Actually smoking. Like acid was eating through it. The cross on my wall was upside down. I hadn't touched it. It had flipped on its own. And outside my window, that voice again. Prayers won't save you, David. I've been invited. I'm already in. I grabbed my phone. Called Father Michael. No answer. It was the middle of the night. I called Jake. He picked up on the fourth ring, groggy and confused. David? What's wrong? I need you to come over. Now. Please. Dude, it's 3 a.m. Please, Jake. I can't explain. I just need someone here. I heard him sigh. Give me 20 minutes. Those 20 minutes felt like hours. I sat in my living room, lights on, back against the wall, staring at my bedroom door. I could hear movement in there. Slow, deliberate. Things being moved. Drawers opening. When Jake finally arrived, I practically pulled him inside. What the hell, man? You look terrible. There's something in my bedroom. He looked at me like I was crazy. What kind of something? I don't know. Just check. Please. He rolled his eyes but walked to my bedroom. Pushed open the door. Turned on the light. There's nothing here, David. I looked over his shoulder. He was right. Everything was normal. Neat. Exactly as I'd left it. But the temperature. It was still freezing. You don't feel that? I asked. Feel what? The cold. Jake put his hand out. It feels fine to me. David, I think you need to see someone. Like a therapist. This isn't healthy. Maybe he was right. Maybe I was losing my mind. He stayed for an hour. We talked. He convinced me to take a few days off. Stay with family. Get some rest. I agreed. Packed a bag. Drove to my parents' house 2 hours away. For 3 days, everything was fine. Normal. I slept through the night. No scratching. No voices. No visitors at 3:17. I started to feel human again. Started to believe it was all in my head. Then on the third night, my mom woke me up at 6 a.m. David, did you go outside last night? What? No. Why? There are footprints. In the snow. Leading from the woods to your bedroom window. And back again. My blood went cold. My bedroom was on the second floor. We went outside. The footprints were there. Barefoot. In February snow. They led from the tree line, across the yard, up the side of the house. Right to my window. But that's impossible. There's no ladder. No ledge. Nothing to climb. My dad examined them. What kind of animal makes prints like this? They weren't animal prints. They were human. But the toes were too long. The spacing was wrong. I left that day. Didn't tell my parents why. Just said I needed to get back to the city. But I didn't go home. I checked into a hotel. A busy one downtown. Lots of people. Lots of light. I thought I'd be safe there. I was wrong. Night 1 at the hotel, nothing happened. I actually slept. Felt hopeful. Night 2, I woke to knocking. On my hotel room door. 3 knocks. Slow. Deliberate. I checked the peephole. The hallway was empty. 3 more knocks. Louder this time. Who is it? I called out. No answer. Just 3 more knocks. I called the front desk. Is someone at my door? No, sir. Our cameras show your hallway is empty. But the knocking continued. Over and over. Same rhythm. Same intensity. I didn't open the door. I called security. When they arrived, the knocking stopped. They checked the hallway. No one there. Probably kids messing around, the security guard said. But I knew better. I moved hotels. Then moved again. 4 hotels in 5 days. It found me at every single one. Always at 3:17 a.m. Always the same pattern. Knocking. Scratching. My name being whispered. I stopped sleeping. Started taking caffeine pills. Energy drinks. Anything to stay awake. If I wasn't asleep, maybe it couldn't reach me. But exhaustion caught up. On day 6, I passed out at my laptop. Fell asleep sitting up. I woke to my laptop screen reflecting something behind me. A figure. Tall. Too tall. Standing in the corner of my hotel room. I couldn't see details in the reflection. Just a dark shape. But I could feel it watching me. I didn't turn around. Didn't move. Just stared at that reflection. It moved closer. Slowly. 1 step at a time. I could hear it now. Breathing. Wet. Labored. It was right behind my chair. I felt breath on my neck. Cold. It smelled like rot. Like decay. Look at me, David. Please. Just once. My body wanted to turn. Every muscle fought against me. But I kept my eyes on the screen. You can't run forever. You can't hide. I'm part of you now. Then my laptop died. Screen went black. And in that darkness, I saw the reflection clearly. What stood behind me wasn't human. Wasn't anything that should exist. I won't describe it. I can't. My brain won't let me hold on to the memory. But the feeling stays with me. Pure wrongness. Like reality itself was broken in that spot. The lights came back on. I was alone. But on my laptop keyboard was a message. Typed while I was paralyzed with fear. 3 more days. I don't know what happens in 3 days. I don't want to know. I'm writing this now because I need people to understand. This isn't a story. This isn't creative writing. This is real. It's been 2 days since that hotel room. I have 1 day left. I've tried everything. Priests. Mediums. Paranormal investigators. Someone even suggested a shaman. Nothing works. It's too strong. Too persistent. Last night, I didn't sleep at all. Couldn't risk it. I walked around the city all night. Stayed in crowded places. Coffee shops. Train stations. But at 3:17 a.m., everyone around me stopped. Just froze. Like time paused. Everyone except me. And there, across the street, I saw it. Fully. Clearly. Standing under a streetlight. It looked almost human from a distance. But the proportions were wrong. Arms too long. Head tilted at an impossible angle. And it was smiling. At least I think it was smiling. Hard to tell when something doesn't really have a face. It raised one hand. Waved at me. Like we were old friends. Then time started again. People moved. Cars drove past. Everything normal. But it was still there. Watching. Waiting. I ran. Don't know where I was going. Just ran. When I finally stopped, gasping for breath in an alley, I found something in my pocket. A note. Written in my handwriting but not by me. Tomorrow night. 317, your apartment. Don't be late. I haven't been back to my apartment in over a week. But somehow I know I'll be there tomorrow. I don't have a choice anymore. Whatever this thing is, whatever it wants, tomorrow night I'll find out. I'm scared. Terrified actually. But I'm also tired. So tired of running. Of hiding. Of living in constant fear. Maybe it's better to face it. To know. Even if knowing destroys me. I'm leaving this account logged in. If I don't update by tomorrow night, someone find this. Share it. Warn people. Don't look out your window at 3:17 a.m. Don't respond to voices calling your name. Don't investigate strange sounds. Some doors should stay closed. Some things should remain unseen. I'm going to try to sleep now. Maybe for the last time. Maybe I'll wake up and this will all be over. Or maybe I won't wake up at all. Either way, remember my story. Remember my warning. The world is stranger than we think. Darker than we imagine. And some things, once they notice you, never let go. It's 11:47 p.m. now. Less than 4 hours until 3:17. I'm in my apartment. The place where this all started. All the lights are on. I've checked every lock. Every window. Everything is secure. But I know it doesn't matter. Locks and lights won't stop what's coming. Pepper is hiding under the bed. She hasn't come out since I got home. Animals know. I can feel it already. That presence. That weight in the air. It's building. Getting stronger as the clock ticks closer to 3:17. My hands are shaking so bad I can barely type. I keep looking at the window. The curtains are closed. But I can feel something on the other side. Waiting. Anticipating. It's midnight now. 3 hours 17 minutes to go. I tried calling people. My parents. Jake. Father Michael. No one answered. Every call went straight to voicemail. I'm alone. Maybe that's how it wants it. Just me and whatever is coming. I found something earlier. While I was packing up my apartment, deciding what to take if I survive tonight. My old camera. The one I used at the asylum. I scrolled through the photos. Most were normal. Graffiti. Broken windows. Abandoned equipment. But in the background of one photo. The one Jake took of me in the basement. There was something. A shadow. Human-shaped but wrong. Standing in a doorway behind me. I didn't see it when we were there. Didn't notice it until now. And in the next photo, taken seconds later, it was closer. Moving toward the camera. The last photo from that day was blurry. Like something grabbed the camera. But in that blur, you can see it. A face. Too pale. Eyes too large. Mouth open impossibly wide. I dropped the camera. It shattered on the floor. But now I understand. Father Michael was right. I invited this in. Not intentionally. But by being there. By looking. By taking that photo. It attached itself to me that day. Followed me home. And it's been waiting. Planning. Building up to tonight. 1 hour left. The temperature is dropping. I can see my breath. The windows are frosting over from the inside. Pepper is crying. That awful, keening sound cats make when they're terrified. I want to run. Every instinct tells me to leave. Get in my car and drive. Keep driving until sunrise. But I know it won't work. I've tried running. It always finds me. Better to end it here. One way or another. 30 minutes. The scratching has started. On every window. On the walls. On the ceiling. It's not outside anymore. It's in the walls. In the structure of the building itself. I can hear my neighbors. Screaming. Crying. Begging for help. But when I look out my peephole, the hallway is empty. Silent. The sounds are just for me. To break me. To make me afraid. It's working. 15 minutes. All my lights just went out. Every single one. Even my phone flashlight won't turn on. I'm writing this in the dark. Typing by memory. Hoping the words are right. I can hear breathing. All around me. Close. Getting closer. Something touched my shoulder. Those same cold fingers from before. Almost time, David. 5 minutes. I'm at my window now. Standing in front of the curtains. I don't know why. My body moved on its own. Like it did that first night. I can hear it on the other side. Right there. Just inches away. It's been waiting for this moment. For me to finally look. And I'm going to. I'm going to open these curtains and see what's been hunting me. Maybe that's what it wanted all along. Not to kill me. But for me to choose to look. To give in willingly. 2 minutes. My hand is on the curtain. I can feel the fabric between my fingers. Behind me, my apartment is chaos. Furniture moving on its own. Pictures falling from walls. Glass breaking. But I don't care anymore. I just want to know. I need to know. 1 minute. If you're reading this, it's too late for me. But maybe not for you. Learn from my mistakes. When something calls your name in the dark, don't answer. When something asks you to look, keep your eyes closed. Some things exist just beyond our perception. In the spaces between seconds. In the darkness behind closed curtains. They're patient. They're persistent. And they're always watching. Waiting for us to look back. 30 seconds. I'm pulling the curtain back. I can see it now. Oh God. Oh God, no. It's not what I expected. It's worse. So much worse. It's me. Looking back at me. But wrong. Twisted. Like a reflection in a broken mirror. And it's smiling. Because I finally looked. Because I finally gave it what it wanted. 10 seconds. It's reaching through the glass. The window isn't even open, but its hand is coming through. Reaching for my face. I can't move. Can't scream. Can't do anything but watch as it. 3:17 a.m. Everything stops. The hand freezes. Inches from my face. And I understand now. This is the moment. The choice. I can let it take me. Let it pull me through to whatever exists on the other side. Or I can close the curtain. Turn away. Refuse. But if I refuse, it will keep coming back. Every night. Every 3:17. For the rest of my life. Unless someone else looks. Unless I pass this on. That's how it works. That's how it spreads. From one person to the next. A chain of terror. And I'm so tired. So afraid. So desperate for this to end. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to pass this on. If you've read this far, it's too late. You're marked now. Just like I was. It will come for you. Tonight. Tomorrow. Soon. And when it does, when you hear your name at 3:17 a.m., when you hear the scratching on your window. Don't look. Please don't look. Be stronger than I was. The hand is moving again. Grabbing my face. Cold fingers wrapping around my skull. I'm being pulled. Toward the window. Toward the glass. Toward whatever exists on the other side. This is my last message. My last warning. Don't look out your window at 3:17 a.m. And if you do, God help you. Because nobody else can.